15 Toys Moving.
Hello everybody, today we're going to be
Master
reacting to
a series where he investigates his supposedly haunted home. He claims that this was never the
29 minutes and 55 seconds long. We're going to be watching some extra.
He realized he should capture it on camera. Tom has several convincing videos where voices, movements, and ghost-like orbs can be seen. This video, however, is among his most popular. The video was filmed in February 2016. Tom explains that he was doing this as an experiment to his haunted environment. He gathers a camera with night vision, several toys, and a K2 meter, which is used to test radio waves and any interference with those waves. Tom also stays in a room some distance from this experiment to use his spirit box, which is another device that uses radio waves, but it's said that spirits can manipulate these waves and communicate. As Tom speaks to the spirit, the radio waves are manipulated in a way that the messages, "I'm here," "what I know," "I'm fine," are passed through. Can you say hello?
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
Who's here with me? Edward, are you here? Is Anne here? While this spirit box session was happening, the other experiment was receiving a high amount of activity. The teddy bear is knocked over several times, loud knocking can be heard, and the K2 meter runs wild while sensing a presence.
What the? That's
Again, this is just one example of some of the evidence Tom has caught on tape. The idea that this house has intense spiritual activity just adds to the idea that this is genuine footage. Before we go any further, do you think ghosts are real? Let me know in the comments with a simple yes or no. My answer would be yes, though I've never personally seen one. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to like this video, then thank you. Number 14, Uninvited Guest. Guava Juice is a channel run by a man known as Roy Wasabi. The channel is mostly dedicated to gaming and the like, but there are these rare videos that showcase the haunting of Roy's house. In this video, he explains that he has just woken up from a nap because he heard a loud knocking. When he went to his door, no one was there and he heard the knocking again. He goes on to explain that this has been going on for several days, so he decides to investigate.
Look at that face, though.
The apparent tragic history that occurred within the home. He hears more knocking and several items in the home moving. Once he realizes the sound is coming from the attic, he attempts to open it, but quickly changes his mind as he is too unsettled.
It's definitely coming from up here. I honestly don't know if I should check it out. I don't know, I can't do this.
He puts the camera down to look outside and make sure it's nothing on the roof or in his backyard. As he is gone, the sliding glass door opens and closes clearly on its own. The guitar in the center of the room makes a sound as if it were strummed, and the loud knocking begins to occur. Eventually, the camera is pushed down and fiddled with. The knocking continues before Roy comes in to report that nothing was found outside.
What the? Okay, that was so unexpected.
Number 13, Orbs That Follow. Fashion and life vlogger xBritney89 shared this evidence with her subscribers on June 5th, 2016. She explained that she had been experiencing paranormal activity for some time and wanted to finally share so that her viewers could give her advice. She's clearly shaken up as she explains the events that led to these perplexing images. The story starts 5 years prior, when her and her younger brother had a terrifying experience in their home.
Okay, sorry guys, I have to
see a red
plug
person
the charger,
in the doorway.
but I'll still be watching this video.
Decided to take some photos to review later. The several photos that she presents include orb-like imagery that move throughout the room as she does. One specific orb even seems to move closer to the camera. Light orbs can often be explained as lens flares or dust specks in the camera. These are very large flares that can't be easily explained considering the lighting
Sorry about that.
provided. She also explains that she felt a cold numbing sensation in her arm, and the photo she took right beside her shows an orb that seems to be exactly where her arm would be. More importantly, the pure fear that Brittany expresses is enough to make this story a little unnerving. Number 12, Brick House Ghost. Jessie V, a vlogger, presents this story about her sister exploring an abandoned building. The building was from 1912 and had been used to mass-produce bricks, but was abandoned in 1958. Her younger sister decided to explore the creepy location just for laughs. While the beginning of her trip was uneventful, things quickly became disturbing. While in the building, one of the girls apparently saw a black figure stand up from a corner, and at the same time the group heard loud crashing noises. They all took off without a second guess. When viewing their Snapchats and photos later, they found a haunting image that possibly shows a real-life spirit. The caption of the Snapchat states, "No ghosts yet," which is pretty ironic considering the apparition so clearly in the background. It appears to be two white arms and a white head, a person in an almost hunched stance. This was the only evidence the group got, but in conjunction with the dark figure they claim to have seen in the corner, this seems like a true and horrifying story. Number 11, The Playful Spirit.
I'm so sorry
This
about
video
that.
was uploaded in May 2016 by Dennis Tops, but it was actually a re-upload from 6 years prior in 2010. Dennis provides viewers with a video from a few days prior to this vlog-style explanation. The video features him and his two friends joking and playfully tussling around. Dennis gives a quick map of where everyone is in the room. He claims two friends are behind the camera and one friend is out of frame. This is aside from himself and a fourth friend he's play fighting with. Within a split second, someone runs across frame following Dennis. He explains that this was not any of his friends as they were all accounted for, and the apparition was not visible throughout the rest of the video.
Alright, start playing. Okay, we're all dicking around in the living room again. Russell's about to do some kind of trick on the total gym, and then watch. Boom! Did you see it? Did you see that black figure that just chased me and Shane onto the bed?
Number 10, The Window Spirit. The Tim Tracker is a vlogger who generally posts videos about everyday life. In this case, his everyday life took a turn for the paranormal when strange activity began in his home. Tim was making a short vlog about his day and his plans for the rest of the week. Just moments after the video starts, he becomes distracted by something in the distance. Tim directs his camera to an indoor window between two rooms. The window seems to be moving on its own, swaying back and forth as if someone is tampering with it. He also claims to see someone or something behind the mirror as there's a dark, shadowy figure. Tim is clearly unsettled and goes on to his video, explaining that things like this have been happening for a while, and he feels uncomfortable since that window is so close to his workstation.
You guys see that window over there just like moving back and forth? Like a ghost? I think I just saw something over there. I don't know what it is though.
He walks over to his desk where the computer screen lights up the scene. As he's talking a bit more on the situation, a woman can suddenly be heard in the background. Tim stops and his jaw drops to the floor.
Well, I can definitely tell you guys this. I definitely don't feel safe in my house anymore. I don't know what... Why? What just happened?
He soon realizes
what
that
did
the
just
YouTube
happen?
video
Seriously.
has begun to play without him having touched the computer. He goes over to turn it off and a small cabinet door right next to the computer opens on its own. Nothing more happens throughout the video, but as Tim continues his normal vlog in his clearly shaken up state, in the description of this video, Tim claims that his house was once a retirement home in the 1970s, and he always had a feeling it was haunted. Number 9, The Pink Ghost. This video was posted in October 2014 by a channel titled The Challenge Chomp, where a couple does different challenges, reviews, and vlogs. During one vlog, towards the end, the couple explains that while editing a previous Q&A video, they heard a ghostly voice. The clip shows the pair sitting and answering questions from viewers. One viewer asks the woman, known as Barbie, what her dream car is. She answers that her dream car is a Mach 1 Mustang. Her boyfriend, D-Cab, asks what color she would like her car. There's a short pause in her response and whispering voice can be heard clearly on camera. Shortly after she responds, pink.
My dream car is a Mach 1 Mustang.
Dad, the other kids are...
Sorry, we had to watch this ad.
Ready for this? StarCraft 2? You should be playing a grown-up game.
StarCraft 2 is now free to play. Grow up at StarCraft2.com.
Thanks, Dad.
Hank.
71.
Barbie and Decap explain that while filming this, they didn't hear a voice or even random noises throughout their house. When editing, though, they assumed that the ghost clearly said pink just before Barbie did. It's likely that this ghost didn't influence her choice and she had always wanted the car pink. But maybe the spirit knew the piece of information simply from being around the couple often. Isn't it an unsettling thought to think about a ghost watching you and your significant other 24/7? Number 8. Haunted Prison. In February 2013, the YouTube channel Boyfriend vs. Girlfriend, run by Jesse Wellens and Gina Smith, uploaded a video where they explored a haunted prison in their town. The prison seems to be set up as more of a touring location because certain rooms are decorated and the building does have full power. This couple was joined by Black Box TV and several other YouTubers to investigate this location. While walking down a dark and quiet hallway, a black shadow can be seen from the left side of the video, despite no one being on the right side to create that shadow. Towards the end of the vlog, the group decides to hold a seance in which Jesse stands in the middle of a circle created by the others. They run around him holding hands while yelling Frida Frost, the prisoner that lived in the cell they're currently in. While nothing too terrifying happens, Jesse's light goes off. It is said that spirits are capable of tampering with electronics, and this could have been proof of that. Number 7. Asylum Spirits. The FaZe Clan is a Call of Duty playing group with a vast fandom and a member total of about 65. FaZe Adapt is part of this group, but his channel mostly revolves around random group vlogs. In this vlog from April 2016, Adapt and a few of his friends discover an abandoned asylum in a wooded area and make plans to later explore. While the biggest threat to the group is law enforcement, 2 terrifying pieces of paranormal evidence were also caught during this tour. The asylum is run down, filled with dangerous debris, and covered in questionable graffiti such as a wall that reads, "I'm not crazy, I swear." The first piece of evidence comes from when the group is investigating what looks like a kitchen. Adapt sticks his camera through a large square in the wall. Inside this small room or closet, there seems to be a mirror or slab of metal hanging up. As the camera crosses this mirror, many in the comments section claim that an evil grinning face can be seen. When the footage is slowed down, something can be seen in the reflection, but exactly what is up for debate.
Oh.
They even got a closet. Imagine if someone just stick their fucking head up here and scream.
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that, but there was like... Here, I'll play it back. I'll play it back for you guys.
Scream.
Alright. See? Did you see that? I don't know if you guys saw that.
The second piece of evidence is much more unsettling. Adapt and his group find a staircase that seems to lead to an attic or an upper level room. Adapt walks up the stairs and showcases the area by panning his camera. This was another eerie finding that a commenter pointed out. At roughly 8 minutes 39 seconds, under the staircase there appears to be an apparition that looks like a woman with dark wavy hair. She seems to be hunched over with her hair covering her face.
I see it.
She's wearing either very dark or very dirty clothes, and you can hear her hair move slightly. Adapt's friend yells boo, and the camera shoots away quickly. This scene had to be slowed down significantly for me to get a better look at it, and the quality had to be set to 720p 60 frames per second, and even then the figure is hard to make out. The more you look at it though, the more disturbing it becomes.
Yeah. Is that a weird
Have you
room?
ever seen Insidious? Yeah.
Insidious? Yeah.
That's the red room.
Really? What does that even mean? Okay, let's go.
Number 6, a charred visitor. The Angry Grandpa shows a stage YouTube series of a grandfather, his son, and his granddaughter. The grandpa often goes on rants or destructive triads. It's all fake and all in good fun, but is a very popular show. In the video Angry Grandpa Hates Harold Camping, uploaded in October 2011, mostly involves Angry Grandpa ranting about this Christian radio personality Harold Camping. Towards the end of the video, Angry Grandpa stands at the end of his driveway as he watches a fire truck or ambulance drive away. He turns towards the camera to rant a bit more, but it's what's behind him that has the audience shocked. In the background of this shot, there's a large black trash bin. For a short second, what looks like a child's head can be seen above the bin, and it quickly ducks down as it is in shot.
Turn that motherfucker off. Damn. They're going to your house because you had another stroke. Going to your house.
See that?
Because you had another stroke.
People are claiming it appears to be an apparition of a burned child.
Yeah, you see that?
This also cannot be brushed off as an animal because we would be able to see it walk away or walk down from the bin. Instead, we just see this figure duck down and never reappear. A few paranormal activity videos were made after this was brought to their attention, but they don't really provide anything compelling. Number 5, The Haunted House. FaZe Rug, part of the previously mentioned FaZe clan, has shared several instances of paranormal activity.
Well, he does go in a
in
haunted
his
tunnel.
home. He claims that the whole ordeal began when he gave in and played the Charlie Charlie Challenge, a popular viral trend where people set up 2 pencils as a way of communicating with spirits. When Rug performed the challenge, the pencil moved instantly and he was shaken up. A few months later, a fan sent him a Ouija board, and while he did take it out of the box, he never really played with it. Either way, one of these events seemed to awaken spirits in his home because the activity of strange noises, objects moving on their own, and general unease spiked. In fact, during the exact same vlog in which he received the board, he hears a loud banging in his laundry room despite the machines not being on. He decides to check the security camera in his garage, and the screen goes instantly dark as if the camera had been covered.
I think it was in our garage, but we got our camera. Bosley, what would you guys do? Oh my god! What the What the
Light slowly comes back and the camera adjusts accordingly, and Rug shows that no one is home. In another video, Rug is arguing with his parents about a traffic ticket, when a voice can apparently be heard saying, "It's a joke, Brian." The voice was too deep to be Rug's, and his father's lips were clearly not moving when the statement was made.
It was an accident. It's not like I...
Yeah, first one was an accident.
During a quick investigation video that Rug did, a bottle of pills fell off his dining room table while he was upstairs. Again, no one was home and the pills fell from the center of the table. Again, he checks the security camera from the garage and it goes dark without explanation.
Dude, my dog's pills? No. Wait, what?
In response to all of this negative energy, Rug puts blessing oil all over his home. During this cleansing session, his camera allegedly picks up a ghostly voice. He had a friend enhance the audio and it revealed that this voice said something along the lines of, "We're locked in, I'm over here," which is quite ghastly when you consider he was blessing doorways of the home. Most people think that blessing oil or holy water will expel the spirits, but maybe it just keeps them from passing through the thresholds. Several other small incidents occur, such as the same deep voice being heard, things falling on their own, and even a white apparition in the mirror. Number 4, asylum children. Mental asylums and children are 2 things that should never go together. More importantly, Hollywood horror has made asylums for mental health and creepy children a huge staple in the world of creepy and disturbing. YouTuber Joe Weller took advantage of this when he explored a local abandoned asylum. He and his friend decided to capitalize on the creepy and explore the asylum while recording pretty much a vlog, while the inside of the abandoned asylum was unsettling in appearance and gave the pair a sense of unease. It was nothing compared to what happened towards the end of their tour. Eventually, these people or spirits came out of the darkness and began throwing rocks at the 2 men before they fled the scene. They played it off as 2 kids tricking them, but Why would children be living in an old, dangerous, abandoned building?
Right, number 9. 3, 2, 1. Cheers. Easy. Hello? What was that? Right, right, what we do? Alright, you're just
What the?
vandalising now.
What was that?
The team investigated a bit more to see if they could find the culprits, but they never...
Another ad. Fine with me.
saw anyone or heard anyone run out. Even once they were out of the building, they didn't hear any more noises and never saw anyone leaving the
We got
area.
9 minutes and 55
In
seconds.
such an old building, in the middle of a forested area, if someone were to run out, it would definitely be heard. Number 3, the Bates Motel. Brennan Taylor is a very well-known YouTube vlogger who seems to have a growing interest
This
in
will
the
be 3
horror
minutes
scene
and
as
the
of
other one
late.
be 3 minutes
On
and the other
October
one be 3
16th, 2016, Brennan uploaded a video taken somewhere in LA where he and a friend went to an abandoned motel to do a photo shoot. While Brennan doesn't give out the exact location of the motel, he does claim it's called Bates Motel. A quick Google search turns up the location, which is formally named the Sunset Pacific Motel and is located near Sunset Boulevard and Bates Avenue. Locals refer to it simply as the Bates Motel because of its address and the rumors of it being such a haunted spot, which brings up the horror vibes of the 1960 classic Psycho. The location once had a more urban abandoned feel, but Vincent Lamorax whitewashed the location, giving it an artistic and sterile feel. While on location, Brennan heard several knocking noises which scared him senseless and caused him to run several times. At one point he looks down over a stairwell and a distant voice saying, "Hey," can be heard.
Pretty sure someone lives in here.
This sounds like more of a joke done by Brennan or his friends, but Brennan plays along and leaves the scene. While exploring a room later, a loud bang is heard and the two friends run down the stairs in fear.
I don't know.
Yo, what was that?
Whether this was staged or not is up for debate, but this next piece is clear. Keep in mind that Brennan and one other friend were the only ones at the motel at the time, so this apparition shouldn't be brushed off as just another friend of Brennan's. After running from the loud bang, Brennan faces the camera back towards himself and a woman can clearly be seen on the balcony above and behind him. She seems to be wearing jeans, a white shirt, and a straw hat or sun hat of some sort. While she is only in frame for a split second, she stands perfectly still and stares down at the boys as they hurry off.
Oh, fuck this, yo. Oh, that's scary. Let's get the fuck out of here.
The weirdest part of this apparition is that her attire seems to be from about the 1980s to 1990s, and the motel shut down in roughly 1996. It would make sense that someone could have died tragically during the years of operation, and now haunts the location. Such a clear apparition in the bright daylight is usually uncommon, but if she was someone living in the location or even working there to repair damage, she likely would have said something to the boys. Number 2, baby hand. If children or even dolls freak you out, this entry is bound to give you chills. Marissa Rachel is a vlogger based in California who discusses random topics and tries out recent trending challenges. Something alarming occurred in one of Marissa's vlogs which seemed to spark several other paranormal events. Marissa was filming a giveaway vlog when she realized she had left the prizes in another room. She turns off all of her lights except for one. While she was gone, her camera begins to slowly point downward. Marissa explains that she had a heavy lens and this happens often, so she wasn't surprised. It's what the camera picked up that is completely petrifying. The camera shows an open drawer on the bottom of her bed in which an infant's hand or a doll's hand can be seen. Not even 2 seconds after the camera brings this into frame, the hand instantaneously pulls back. This was, of course, not seen until after Marissa began editing the video.
So as you can see, there looks to be some sort of like child's hand or something that just pulls back really quickly as the camera's tilting down, almost as if it like doesn't want to be seen on camera.
Another thing to happen to Marissa was that she woke up with scratches all over her, one of them being a long red scratch down her neck. She finally decided to make a video where she recorded herself sleeping, and in the middle of the night her blanket is ripped off of her by an unseen force. While this entire story is pretty ominous, the childlike hand is probably the creepiest part of it all. The way the hand yanks back is troubling, and the fact it's happening from under her bed is even more sinister.
That's kind of creepy.
Number 1, the strong poltergeist. Most of us just watch these videos to scare ourselves or entertain ourselves. In fact, when viewing these videos, few people even believe it to be real. We don't consider something ghostly ever contacting or hurting us personally. This video from vlogger Megan Curry reminds us that paranormal disturbances can happen to anyone. Megan was vlogging with her friend Amy when they randomly heard a loud knocking sound. They, of course, thought someone was at the door. Amy went to answer and said that not only was no one at the door, no one was home either.
And feel rich.
Keep up.
That's ridiculous.
The two girls closed and locked the front door and called their other friend, Amanda, to assure that she isn't just playing a joke on them. The knocking continues and Megan states, "It sounds like it's coming from inside the house." In fear that someone has broken in, they call the police, but no one and nothing could be found, so there wasn't much they could do. They told them it was likely a neighborhood kid playing tricks on them and they shouldn't worry. When they try to return to filming their normal vlog, a sliding door behind Megan clearly closes on its own. Amy asks, "Megan, did you close that door earlier?" As she just looked up and realizes it was now closed.
So are these fucking awesome handcuffs? Ow. It's a little too tight. I'm a baby.
Oh, it's right there.
They reviewed the footage and were clearly shaken up. The loud noises continue and eventually the third friend, Amanda, comes home. Megan asks her to please get something from her room. Amanda claims that Megan's door has somehow been locked from the inside. When the girls find a key to unlock the door, they find that the room has been turned upside down. Items are broken and thrown all over the room. The mattress is slightly moved off the frame of the bed, and an M statue has been turned upside down.
No. Guys, this is... No, we... Oh my...
The girls begin cleaning up and Megan asks Amanda to get her a towel from the kitchen. Amanda doesn't make it far before she yells for the other girls to come and literally leaves the apartment. All of the cabinets as well as the fridge door had been opened in the kitchen.
No, Amanda, stop scaring me. You're scaring me. I don't want to go in the kitchen. Oh my god, no. We have to get out right now. Come on, we need to...
Wow.
The girls decide to leave the apartment for the night and the video ends there. In an update video, Megan explains that while the activity has continued, nothing quite that severe has happened. Before you go, I wanted to tell you about the giveaway I'm hosting. But first off, thanks for watching and leave a like so I know you made it to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe because I upload new videos every week. My name is Chills and I'm thanking you all for your support by giving away 3 $100 Amazon.com gift cards. It's completely free to enter and you can enter the giveaway by visiting the link at the very bottom of the description. It doesn't matter when you're watching this video because top15s.net/giveaway will automatically direct you to my most recent giveaway. See the terms and conditions on the linked page for full details. If you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter is at YT_chills, and my Instagram is at DylanIsChillinYT, with underscores instead of spaces. Feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. See ya.
Dad, the other kids are...
I think you're ready for this.
StarCraft 2?
You should be playing a grown-up game.
StarCraft 2 is now free to play. Grow up at StarCraft2.com.
Thanks, Dad.
I don't even know what this is. Dude, this is at the end of the video. I've been recording for 30 minutes. Like, I'm confused. Okay guys, so that's the end of that video. So if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.